Hi guys. So let's look at a program to find the largest of three numbers. Consider you have input three variables A, B, C. You have taken input for values. Now you want to check which of these three is the greatest. You can go about it one way by writing if A greater than B and A greater than C. You can printf A. Else if B greater than A and B greater than C. You can go ahead and printf B. Else printf C. This works just fine. There's one more way you can find the largest of three numbers by using nested if conditions. Let's take an example where A is greater than all the amongst the three 20, 15 and 10. Here this can happen in two ways. If let's say A is greater than B, A has to be greater than C. Now what happens if A is greater than B but not greater than C? In this case, yes, A is the greatest. But what about a condition A is greater than B but A is not greater than C? 25. What happens in this case? This is the greatest. C is the greatest. And here A is the greatest. But in both these conditions, A is definitely greater than B. The combination was whether A was greater than C or not. So you can write a nested if condition. If A is greater than B, check one more condition. If A is greater than C, then definitely the greatest will be A. Else, the greatest will be C. Now, if A greater than B is not true, A is not greater than B. So let's say 15 and A is not greater than B. In this case, we have to check if B is greater than C or not. If B is greater than C, here A is not greater than B, but B is greater than C. And here which one is the largest? B is the largest. So if this condition fails, you come down and just check else if B is greater than C. If B is greater than C, then the largest of the three will be B. Now, if A is not greater than B, A is not greater than B, 15 and 20. Now, B is also not greater than C. So, B is not greater than C. This can be C's value is 25. Now, which one? Here A is also not greater than B and B is also not greater than C. Now the largest is C. So the else part, go ahead and write printf C. This is also one way of finding the greatest of three numbers. Now let's take a look at the code part. So let's look at the code for finding the greatest of three numbers. I've written three variables. I've written three printf statement for asking values of three variables, and I've written scanf statement for taking input of three variables. Now let's write the conditions. The conditions were if the first number is greater than the second number, we have to check one more condition. That is, this first number is also greater than the third number. If that is the case, then you go ahead and print that A is the greatest. So /n %d is greatest, and I'll print the value of the first number A. If A is not greater than C, then C is the greatest. So printf /n %d is greatest, and we'll print the value of C. So I'm going to take a copy of this variable sentence and just pasting and changing the values. Okay, now if A is not greater than B, we have to check if B is greater than C. So B greater than C. If this was the case, we were supposed to print out that B is the greatest. So B. And if none of these satisfy, then obviously C is again the greatest. So I'll just move this so that it can be easy to understand. Now let's run the program. So we want to prove A is the greatest. So let's say 10, 20, 30. 30 is the greatest. We'll run the opposite way where the greatest is B. So it will be 10, 30, 20. 30 is the greatest. Again, B value is the greatest. So running again with A the biggest number, 30, 20, 10. Again 30 is the greatest. Thank you.